Hey, so I don't know how many of you are tuning in over your lunchtime, but I haven't done a Facebook Live for a week. That's me being off my game, right? Because I typically do these Facebook Lives 2 or 3 times a week, so I've missed you all. Honestly, why do I do these lives? Because I'm an oral processor. And so when I say things out loud, it like burrows deeper inside of myself. Hi, Jess. So I wanted to talk to you guys about this theme of rising up. This is actually, hey, Emily, this is something that Carson and I have been talking a lot about. And he's given me permission to chat about this. So yay for him. Yeah, using things to be able to teach and encourage others. So my son, he is a swimmer. And we noticed early on that there's this pattern with him where he actually starts out the beginning of the swim season with his fastest times. And that is not typical, right? Because usually you progress, your strokes, your techniques get better, your power builds, you get stronger, and you start to cut more time. And so that was kind of like, what is going on? This is weird. Because his body knows the mechanics. It's gotten very strong. So what is the deal? And he and I, we were talking, and I had this idea that started to percolate. I read a lot of self-development books, and I go back to one from John Maxwell, The 21 Laws of Irrefutable Leadership. And in that book, John Maxwell lays out this premise that each of us have a lid, right? It's called the law of the lid, that how we see ourselves, the messaging that we tell ourselves about our gifts, our abilities, our talents, they create a sort of lid for us. So like on a scale of 1 to 10, a 10 would be, I can do anything, right? If I set my mind to it. And a 1 would be, dude, I can do nothing, right? I'm a complete failure. And there's all of us somewhere in between. And the idea of the law of the lid is that if I tell myself I'm a 5 with regard to swimming, I would be like a 2. But if I tell myself that I'm a 5, then I will never get beyond a 4. We never get beyond what our lid is. And so for my son, he starts out the season thinking he's going to just blow himself away. He comes with this belief early on that he is awesome, which he is, that he is awesome at swimming. And what starts to happen is throughout the season, he starts to put a lid on himself. He starts to have this negative self-belief and negative self-talk about gosh, I'm not as good as this person or that person. I'm not in the top tier of athletes. I'm never going to be a performer at that level. I'm never, la 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 la. And what happens is, sure enough, there's a lid that he butts up against, right? This is true for all of us. We all have lids. We wake up in the morning and our first thoughts generally tend to be, I didn't get enough sleep. Oh, I didn't, I don't have this. I don't feel capable, blah, blah, blah. We go to bed at night thinking I didn't get that done, right? We have all this negative, I'm not enough. It's not enough. I will never be able to. All this negative self stuff that we tell ourselves, which create our lid. You guys know that I became a crazy, obsessive freakazoid of nature over the movie The Greatest Showman. But there is this one behind the scenes view of one of the actresses where she is in kind of a practice rehearsal session or a before the scenes performance and she's singing in a song that's from the show, and she's incredibly nervous. And so she stands behind the music stand to kind of give her a barrier between herself and the audience, because she's so nervous. And you will see, because I'm going to put the clip. Thank you to my really good friend Kristen for sending this to me. You will see this most beautiful, I kid you not, if you are not touched by this clip, I don't even know what to do with you. You will see when she rises above her lid, you will see her step beyond that music stand. You'll see her hold on to Hugh Grant's hand for confidence and support, and you will see her belt out the most. You will just see her change. You will see her, just her whole demeanor, everything about her change as she embraces the possibility of what she is and who she is. And so for all of us, I've challenged the women on my team today to picture themselves literally putting a lid on top of their head and recognizing the things that they say to themselves throughout the day that impress that lid further and further and further down on them. I encourage them to watch this video as well as the video of the actual clip from the movie, because inspiring. And then to go back and do some guided imagery of that song permeating in their head, of seeing themselves just bust right through the lid, just burst right through it, because who amongst us doesn't just need to burst through our lids? So the message for all of us is, let's rise beyond what we have ever told ourselves that we cannot do, or who we aren't, or what we're not capable of. Because you know what? We have a God who's poured in every good thing into us so that we can glorify and show off Him in this world. There's no reason for us to live with a lid. There's just no reason for it. So have a wonderful Tuesday. Watch the video clips in the comments below, and then comment. Tell me, are you busting through your lid? Bye, guys.